people. Show me the meaning of rescue. To save somebody, the meaning of rescue.
To deliver you from something, take you from something.
So you're the poor people. Rescue me, save. But we the old people. Rescue, the meaning of rescue. That Boakai everyone in the water. But Jota Boakai can't tell in the water. He can't put one neck in the water but to kill on money. You know they get people, the pressure. Husband not working. I live in Joseph. I even made 1,000 a lot. I even made 400 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Boakai. Where will be our result? Next year. We wouldn't even 1 year. Where will be our result the following year?
Okay. Thank you so much. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Patience Mane.
Patience Mane. You selling the market here?
Yes.
I'm selling it.
Yes.
But I'm selling it. I get feeling
no market. Can't get some. I go look for Yancy son.
You go look for the market, you see some?
I see food, call it food price. The way up, you not understand ourselves. When you go to there, you buy another price. When you come, you buy a different price. So the money I can put it back on my.
Also, the money you carry in to the cold storage.
They put it back on market. Very rich.
How much for the face?
You buy snapper 14,000. What we used to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buying it for 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to beg our government. We say he came to rescue us. But the rescue that you do now, we're not understanding it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend here, they're not giving nothing to us again. They say they can't rescue us. Why they cause a motor bomber running? They were not doing the work. They are breaking the government. We the poor people, they must find place for us that we might be able to scare our clothes. They got poor people, they got rich people in the town. Some of all we not got north from the south go. And that basement we do, we not understand our children went to school. Our children, when we can't sell the market, we can't make a damn. They say rescue, but we not understand the rescue team. So they were taking them from all on the street for smoking, for drugs and things. But I think you see them now. All of them turn to Zoom. They can stay in the freeze.
So the drugs are to you?
A rapper now, a more than rapper.
Okay.
The drugs is rapper. Some of them almost 20% on the street because of Zoom.
The zombie drugs?
Yeah, the Zoom and they bring in Jota Boakai with them. Because we are trying to sell our and what thing? Push. But now Zoom. When you say I see that you are so sticking at it. So we asking him to please, we the parent of our black children, we ask him to please help us to make our children to leave Zoom. Because he said he came to change things. And no change, we not understand our land. Police people getting our keke motor back, harder. Police people beating our children on the street. They say they should register, they should become over there, walk over that one, everything they do. But what people are home killing? That just one thing we just getting dropping like that. Tell him, don't let Napa, tell him, sorry. We're not taking somebody out for fair the country. So I should tell our president to help with the poor people.
Selling money, how's the business?
We get God a great for we don't have to tell what take you for. But money ain't the country now.
In process.
For now, if I have to tell you that before we're all there, all
All right, so fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. We want to use this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to all of you for taking up the time to be with us. We want to say thank you so very kindly for joining us. Thank you so much. Again, just do us a favor. Just do us a favor. Hit for us the share button. Share with friends. Share with family members so that all of us can get ready to do what we are supposed to do. So just hit for us the share button. Hit for us the share button, please. Hit for us the share button and let's have a wonderful time. Let's have a wonderful time. Let's have a wonderful time, please. Just hit for us the share button and let's have a wonderful, wonderful time. So thank you all very kindly. Again, we want to say you are highly welcome. Let's welcome our brother Frank. My brother Frank, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you, sir?
Oh, thank you so much, French. I'm doing good.
That's good. How's the Oma?
Oh, she's doing fine. I think she's upstairs in her room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, the arena easy on your side there.
Oh,
Because I
yeah,
know on our side, it got to be on your side.
it is. It is. I mean, 2 days now, I haven't really been out. So,
Wow.
yeah, just work and then after work, go right back in my bed and later.
I know, right? Uh,
Mhm.
and not easy. It's anyway, but we thank God that we are here. We thank God that we are here. So
Mhm.
again, I want to say welcome to all of you. In a special way, let me welcome Elijah P. Sherman. Thank you so much, Elijah Sherman, for joining us. We do appreciate you. We want to say to Juliet Conley, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Hope you are doing well, great, and fine. Again, hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, and let's have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time here. Let's have a wonderful time today. Let's have a very, very great and wonderful time. Yeah. Let's have a wonderful time. So just do us that favor. You can hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, and I can tell you that we're going to be good. We're going to be very, very good. Thank you so much. So, my brother, we are here again today. We are here again today, and I want us to start with what we have here while we wait for others, while the others will join us. I'm sorry for the time. It's because we're having too many meetings just from another meeting. And, it's just so not easy, from one meeting to another meeting. But it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. So I don't know. Let's hear from the area there. What is the news that trending in your area? Is there any news from your area that you think worth us to know? Just unmute yourself, please.
Oh, you mean where? About Liberia or locally from my end on
I
this?
mean, locally, yeah, your area,
Uh,
locally, we're talking about.
I mean,
Okay.
it's just an issue of social security and some, benefits and things that the government is going strictly down on, because for some of all the work that we do, we see some of these things. Um, a lot of folks are losing their benefit, especially the social security benefit. It is
Hmm.
being cut down. Um, and then some of the old folks who are receiving assistance when it comes to the issue of rent and all of those things. Some of those benefits are being stopped.
Wow.
Yeah, lot of things, and especially the most fearing part is for Social Security, to be tampered with. So the issue here is maybe I don't know. The next 15, 20 years, is really going to be bad. So we should be worrying about this. The younger one that are coming up, even our age group, we should be worrying that
Hmm.
we will not really benefit from social security. Maybe at some point it might be stopped because right now the government is finding it difficult. And I would tell you, it's not just because somebody may say, "Oh, it's Trump, it's Trump." It's not just Trump. We're talking about a system here, and our system is being affected because of what is going worldwide, and a lot of people are not paying attention. Basically, again, we go back to the African continent. Everything boiled down to the African continent because lot of let's say the African continent they are holding back resources, and the truth of the matter here is the Western world are flourishing because of the African resources. Once Africa wake up, once Africa develop, once Africans are taking control of their own resources, manufacturing it in there, what's going to happen? The Western world going to become a third world country. And how is it going to become a third world country? Is job why? Job, they're going to lose job. So that is the reason why in most African nations, if you see any leader holding on to their resources, it become a problem, to the Western world. We saw that even with President Weah when he banned the rubber and said they should renegotiate the deal, they should look into the deal. That was one of the reasons there were heavy propaganda against him, but a lot of people don't know that some of those things played part. They wanted to remove it because do you know how many thousands of job Firestone and a Bridgestone, because Firestone are being split into two, and they are their family, by the way, the Bridgestone. Do you know how many millions of jobs they create in the US here, and all those that are working? Do you know how many millions of taxpayer money that
Hmm.
come from the Firestone and the Bridgestone to go to the government, and then it is being stopped in Liberia? Do you know how many people go out of job, and then how you know how many people go on unemployment that the government had to pay? So we have to pay attention to some of these things what is going on. I mean, the entire world right now, their focus is on Africa, and that is why
Thank you.
World War III, if we don't be careful, is going to start, and it's going on right now. But anyway,
Thank you so very kindly, my brother. Let's hear from my brother Jake. My brother Jake, thank you so much for joining us. We want to say welcome again. Uh,
Yes.
let's get your
Salute.
introductory statement, and then we start to fire and go.
Yeah, for me, nothing, not for my India, nothing special. We just saw your president, the world leader toward in the Middle East, trying to bring peace to the global war. Yeah, making peace all around, lifting the sanctions, Syria, other countries, trying to bring Iran to the negotiating table. So a peace restore for me, if the war stopping, Ukraine and Russia, and peace restore and they solve that problem in Israel and Hamas. I think we're going a better part in the world. Global economy will start to grow. People will start to find job and other things. But for now, a lot of inflation all over the world. That's fact, seriously. So it's not easy right now. But if peace comes for a while, and they settle all the dispute around the world because the whole world is on fire right now. So when he tried to restore peace and calm, then
Sure.
we'll see the world supply chain will be better. Everybody will start to trade. Everybody will start to do business. Commodity things prices are getting the higher already will come down. So let's pray. We pray for I gave it, let's say, to July, from now to July to August. If everything come down, and yeah, we will be, because since the corona that happened, we never actually the whole global world never actually recover. Then war came again. So to August, I predicting the August when everything go cool, no foreign war, no play disturb. Yeah, then the global supply chain will come back in order. Then yeah, then as it reflect in the war, it will reflect to Liberia also. Then yeah, then we'll have peace. Then everything will be in order for me.
All right. Yeah, you're right. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. Before we go ahead, let me just use this time to say a big happy birthday to one of our sister. That is Madam Princess, Prophetess Princess. I want to say happy birthday to you. Prophetess Princess is celebrating her natal day. I want to say on behalf of the platform, we want to say happy birthday to you. Not only you, but we are also celebrating the birth anniversary of Honorable Augustine Gay Koba. Thank you so much. We want to say happy birthday to you. He's also celebrating his natal day. All of you who are celebrating your natal day on behalf of the platform this month, we want to say happy birthday for those of you who are celebrating. Those of you who have already celebrated, we want to say happy belated birthday. And those of you who are yet to celebrate, we want to say happy, pre-birth anniversary to you. So whatever the occasion is, whether it be a birthday, whether it be a, wedding, or whatever the anniversary is, I want to say on behalf of the platform, happy anniversary to you. So our today's show is dedicated to Madam Princess, Prophetess Princess. Care is today is your day. We want to say happy birthday to you on behalf of the platform. We wish you all of the best. We wish you all of the best. Happy birthday to you, and also to Mr. Augustine. We want to say happy birthday to you. All of you that are celebrating, in whatever way, form, manner you are celebrating, we want to say today is your day. Enjoy it. This month is your month. enjoy it. Thank you so very kindly. I also want to welcome Samuel Momo. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you. Thank you so much. All of you who are joining us, we want to say thank you and welcome. There are several issues from my end. Several issues. Let's bring on our sister. There are several issues from my end. And this is something that we need to maybe we take a time to really, really talk about it. Has to do with the death of this boy. He goes by the stage name uh, Kolokwa, something like Kolokwa. They call him. Let me see.
Koloka King.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Kolokwa King. Yeah, that little boy called Kolokwa King,
Mhm.
he sang a music, promoting GMB, listening to his mother today. Look, it brought tears from my eyes as someone who also, you have your kids, listening to what that mother narrated today, Accra. The boy was basically abandoned. Even on the boy dying bed, he was just crying. He said, Mama, Can I can I see the president or anybody from the president office? See, I did a song for the president. I able to see the president. Nobody said I come from the office for me to be able to see them. Can I see them? To the extent that the mother said they try on several occasions to even
Mhm.
go there. Amen. I want to welcome my brother Fanso Deck. You are highly welcome. Thank you so much. Uh Aloysius, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much, Aloysius Cooper, watching us from 72nd. I want to say you are welcome. All of you are highly welcome. The mother told the word on that video that she cried so that people can help her to just locate JMB. And unfortunately, up to that boy dying bed, he will refuse to even see JMB. But it's not a surprising thing, but that is something that we can take time off, to be able to discuss. But let's welcome our sister, Madam Fita. Madam Fita, how are you?
Hello, how you doing there?
Yeah,
We are doing
okay,
great,
okay.
well and fine. Thank you so very kindly. How yourself? How's the family?
We get cara at home tonight, at least.
Ah, there you go, man. Oh, that's great. That's the wonderful thing here when we have the opportunity to be at home with Jelly, yeah.
Just one
Yeah.
night, and I'll be
I
back on the
know.
road again.
Oh wow, I see. But
Yeah.
yeah, just let's just hear your introduction and then we will go straightly into our topic for discussion today. So welcome again and let's hear from you. Your introduction, please.
Well, nothing much. I'm glad to have you guys here. And what happened to you last week Friday? No
Yeah,
sound, nothing. Me and Frank were here. Frank, he would pay fine.
I
He have to.
do.
He made business start to sit here the whole time. He didn't show
I
up.
do,
No
man.
test,
I
no
swear.
excuse. So he'll pay fine for that.
Sure. I will. I will. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. That day, if colleague of mine ran late, I really, really wanted to come. That's why you see me, I didn't send any whatever. So I was expecting that this colleague of mine was going to come earlier. Unfortunately, this guy, he kept coming until 2 hours passed. Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm sorry. We paid the fine. We paid the fine. Yeah. We paid the fine. Yeah. But thank you so much. Thanks, all of you. And I want to say all of you are welcome. I want to welcome my brother Fanso Deck. You are highly welcome. All of you are highly welcome. I want us to start from the very first topic on our discussion that has to do with the National Unification Day. Uh, this is a day that has been celebrated in Liberia since the 1960s when it was introduced by President Totman. And since that time, we have been having activities. There has been series of activities in Liberia. People have been gathering, and stuff like that. But the question that comes to my mind, have we really been celebrating this unification with the intention of unifying our people? Like I said, when you listen to many people said the reason why this whole unification ideology was introduced by President Totman was to ensure that he can bring on the native people so that he can have absolute control, according to what others said. According to others, they said the national unification was a means to bring Liberians together. I mean, those who are the so-called civilized people, the Congo people and the country people, to bring them together in one space so that everybody can also feel part and parcel of the nation. Because remember, for a very long time, Liberians could not even vote in their own country. The constitution, prevented certain Liberians that you must have this kind of property, you must have, all kind of different things. So there were people who were even prevented, even mothers. There were our mothers who were also prevented from voting or participating in, the democratic process or in whatever electoral process. And these people were denied. So President Totman, when he took over, he saw that as a clear means for him to be able to unite the people according to other people. They say that's why the other person will forget it. Papa just want to bring people together so he can have absolute control. But there are different schools of thought. But again, I'm going to go to each of our panelists, and you are going to be given like 2 minutes. What is your own view? I want to start from our, the queen in the house. Yeah, our own love in the house. I want to start from her. What is your own notion or what you think about this issue of unification? Remember, there was this particular statement from His Excellency President Dr. George Manawia, who said, he received some kind of missed call from an anonymous number. And basically, he called on, the current government, the current president, that unification should be practical. And if the time is given, I don't know if I can read it, or you just want to flow while I get it on. But let's hear from you, Mama. Let's hear from you. What is your own take on this national unification whole stuff? Let's hear from you. Or you want me to read a statement from President Weah before you
Yeah,
can go ahead?
yeah, that would be fine.
Okay. So I'm going to read it. I have it right here. It's a statement by His Excellency President Dr. George Mane Weah on Unification Day. That is May 14, 2025, Monrovia, Liberia. Today, on the 14th, 2025, I again wish all Liberians a happy Unification Day and urge all to always act in the ultimate interest of our nation. Earlier this morning, I received a missed call from an unknown number, which was followed by a text message from President Joseph Numa Boakai wishing me a happy Unification Day and urging national unity. I responded to said message in return by also wishing him a happy Unification Day. I have not spoken to President Joseph Newman Boakai since 2014. That is January 2014. I intimated that the true unification is not based on
No, 2024, 2024.
yes, sorry, 2024. Yeah,
2024, not
I've not
14.
spoken to him since 2024. Thank you so much. I iterated that true unification is not based on superficial political gimmicks, but on the rule of law and constitutional order. I again urge President Boakai to respect the rule of law, respect past and present political leaders, and uphold the sanctity of our hard fought democratic institutions and processes in order to foster national unification. Monrovia, Liberia, may God bless Liberia. His Excellency President Dr. George Manawia. Ma, let's hear from you. What is your own take? Can you just mute yourself, woman? We are getting some
Yeah.
feedback from you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. So, what is your own take about this entire Unification Day, the response of President Weah to that of Mr. Boakai? Let's hear from you, Mama.
To me, Boakai is it looked like he trying to come to his senses, but it's getting too late for him. Because the way he treated President Weah from 2024, they may congratulate you, and you are not even, taking your time. Like, let's do it family way. Let's lead the presidential thing. They're both being respecting you, calling you daddy, doing things for you. And even honors you and turn the presidential over to you. To yourself now, if that were your own biological son or family member, what was your duty? You were supposed to invite him, sit with him, have a good conversation with him. And then there are some things that he went through with the country. He could have direct you, but he didn't do that. He thought the power was already in your hand, so he grew wings I'm the oldest, so I will live, I would act like the older person. But it coming to the point that President Boakai is seeing the people that around him, they will defeat him. And let's say, I'm not even going to say defeat him, they already defeated him, because we are talking about going to 2 years and nothing good is happening. And he's seeing the deceitful part of their behavior and their ways of doing things is worrying him. To my knowledge, it worrying President Boakai. And he's so ashamed, he don't know what to say to President George Manawia. And George is a kind of person. He looked like me, who can, people will just walk on you, but you still forgive them. And people like that, you always win the victory. You always win. President, how to call George Manawia, he respond was very manner. That's tell you that he is very intelligent. He's not childish. He's not, acting other people that will misbehave. He making him to know that I'm the same person that you try to betray. I'm the same person that you never come as human being. I'm the same person that you belittled. Why me now? That answer was very clear. And I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of him. We always say that people that always do wrongs, at the end, they can realize their mistake. And before that, it will be late. It will be late. And that late, it means that it's already been passed. I don't see nothing much in it to verify on, Prince. I just feel that that woman is guilty already. He regretting what all he been doing.
Thank you so very kindly. A sign of regret, according to our sister. Let's go to our brother Wilmer. My brother Wilmer, you saw the message of His Excellency President Dr. George Manawia to that of Joseph Numa Boakai. You know what has been happening. Let's hear from you on this, sir. This National Unification Day that was just celebrated.
Yeah, but I told you earlier, I know the Unity Party will never unite that country. That's a fact, no matter what. We know their history. They will never unite that country. There is not the first unification day. There is a second unification day on that 10-year in our presidency. So for the first year, why you never unite the country? You were not talking to George where you were bitter. Seriously bitter. Now, because since now moving the right way now, we went flagging this year for him to bring the country together, to unite with for the former president, for them to see to it, to work together. Probably the president can help him. Because, let me say something, Prince. I told the Unity Party people, what said is smart. George was fighting for the second term to complete his agenda. But because of Prince Johnson and other people, they decided to take the election from him, that the facts are there. So he had a lot of things in the pipeline to contribute to the country because he believed he was winning the second term to put Liberia on certain path. But because of greed and other things, and heavy propaganda from the Unity Party and the cronies, and the cheating the day, especially in Nima County, that the fact brought them to power. But Georgia had a lot of things. If you can read it, one day when Georgia tried to explain this thing, the whole country was shake. He had thousands of things on the list for him to do for the second term. But Boakai were vendetta, they were bad, they don't want to respect anybody. So they started witch hunting from the beginning. If you can know the early stage of the election, that tenure, breaking, they want to crack down on former government official, say they will bring them down. They form certain committee. Today, we don't know what the committee then gone. And we're gonna need to arrest former official of a government to bring them to book. All these things then. We don't know how it play out today. And you saw it now. I said now they cannot bring nobody to justice because I hear in the cookie jar also heavy corruption on that belt. You also Giddies then going to the legislature apologizing. It's for $22 million on board. We saw a Miata family then, the Yinokara money, all these things then, and grace pay them, all these things then. So how can they bring somebody to justice? They didn't want to rule the country. They just wanted to revenge. They already have power. They already have power. So no way out now. So to bring to settle the country now, how you send that message. That's why you said something from the beginning. The unification they will use to march. Tribal leaders and used to come. The town chief, then all these people will use to march. People used to come together wearing the African clothes and other things then to bring people together. But I told you the unification is dead on arrival. On the unity party, it will never happen. So all our team were Bagas, the message Baga was sending to Georgia. Georgia were trying to throw you were trolling Baga back. Telling you must keep all the mistakes Baga were making. Now, the person reply, he said the biggest thing here to maintain the peace here, keep the rule of law. Because he broke all the rule of law. So the press for me, the first, if you look at that message, the person who was trolling Baga, you were trolling him. Now I have to say.
So very kindly, thank you so very kindly. Let's go to our brother Frank. My brother Frank, let's hear from you on the issue of national unification. You saw the communication of President Weah to Joseph Numa Boakai. Let's hear from you, sir.
Thank you so much, Brother Prince. And as I was looking, right, I think Madam Cooper did not use her full 2 minutes, so I'm going to add the remaining minute of my minute, if I can do that. You see, National Unification Day, people may have different perspective or meaning about National Unification Day, but in this perspective or analysis of Liberia, let me say this. National unification came about not because of the Congo people, and I'm going to be blunt here, because national unification came because of how certain people in the country were being marginalized or were being treated, all right, for decades, for so many years, for centuries. And that's how National Unification Day came about, to give some satisfaction to the native men, all right, the people that went and met in the land. So let me just give a brief history, and then even before coming to Boakai, because if anybody is to understand National Unification Day in Liberia, it should be Boakai, because I believe he is the oldest political figure, all right, in the country. So if anybody is to understand National Unification Day, it should be Boakai, and not even President Weah, because even in President Weah's how they call it, statement or writing that he came with, you could see that he also kind of gave some historical link to this whole National Unification Day, and even reminding Joseph Boakai that I think you're the one actually supposed to unify or be forceful about this National Unification Day. Now, again, let me say this. National Unification Day did not come about because of the Congo people, because the Congo people had the country. They led the country. They enjoy the country. They enjoy the resources. They enjoy every citizen's right within our country. And at the time, since 1847 or 1822, right, all the way to the 80s, the native men were never recognized as citizens. We were stateless. We were not even part of that nation they call democracy, because first of all, it was not a democratic nation from 1847 all the way to the 1980s. Liberia was not a democratic nation. So when I see people even talking about the oldest democrat, the oldest this, I feel like people don't really know their history. We have one party called the Two-Way Party, one-party system. And this one-party system, it was being run or ruled by the same people, by the same family, all right? And then you have family having different positions within the household, and then ruling the country, controlling the country within the household, neglecting, all right? Neglecting the contribution of the native men up to 1904. And when 1904 came, Arthur Barclay, who migrated from Barbados, went to Liberia and became president. He even tried to recognize Liberian or the native men as being part of the independence of Liberia, the so-called independence of Liberia in 1847. All right, but he too, he was afraid, because if he was going to bring forth the native men within a government, they was going to kill him, they was going to assassinate him, the same way they assassinated Ijero in 1871. They were going to do the same thing to him. So what Ijero did, he recognized, all right, the native people, but he did not bring them or give them full citizenship or full right as to the native men, let's say the Congo men. Now, fast forward came to Todman. Todman came into in the 1940s, the same thing. He never gave right to the native men. In fact, I watched an interview about Torbo, a journalist, an American journalist, interview him about why are they neglecting the native men? Why is the native men not giving power? Why the native men are not being recognized as citizens full right under the so-called constitution of the so-called Republic of Liberia at that time? And his statement was, the people are satisfied. That's why they are not talking. And when I watch that video, it baffled me. The people were not satisfied. The people were deprived and they have no power. And that's why they say, you know what, this is not our place. We will just leave it. They were deprived, they had no power, and that is why they couldn't talk, because at the same time too, the United States Navy were also on their side, on the American Liberian side, fighting the native men. So fast forward to the 1960 or the 80, let's say the 70, now unification they start coming in to bring these people. Now, we did not really fully enjoy unification. Maybe people at that time, maybe way more than enjoy at that time, but maybe some were not born, right? But more people, more of the native people still were not recognized. They did not enjoy it, all right? And then until the 1990, the war came, and then after the war, right? And then fast forward, the same Boakai and Eric came into power again. We did not even enjoy that National Unification Day. Fast forward, all right, 2018 to 2023, President George Weah began to highlight the importance of the National Unification Day to the extent of building an area to really remember what it means to be National Unification Day, an area that everyone will go to see the history. And that is why he put different, I think 430 or 4 stuff in there, okay, with historical names or how they call it, even attached to it, so that people can go and unify in our area to know why that spot is there, why the PHP Park is there, for people to see and learn about their history. Now, he brought this to remind people that this is what happens. So it's not just about a day that people will buy clothes or come out and eat, but people will come here and learn about their history. And in learning about your history, it will unify you, not just by coming to say 1847. It will unify you, what we went through, what people went through, how far we have come, and how far we have to go. All right? These things. Now, fast forward 2023 to 2020, how to qualify. Now, President Boakai came there. The reason why I will tell you, President Boakai called President Weah on an unknown number. What a shame. What a shame to call President Weah on an unknown number. What are you hiding? Were you hiding your identity? Why are you hiding your identity? You know exactly the man you calling. He's no one else but a public figure to the nation, first citizen to the nation. If anything that you have to discuss regarding the country or the constitution, these are the people that will be involved first. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, we may not like her, but she's a first citizen. President George Weah, these are first citizens of the country, not only President Boakai, they are all first citizens. So these are the people you need to call to speak to them. What are we going to do on this day? Because it is a day to unify, to put our differences aside. At the end of the day, we have a common denominator. And this common denominator is Liberia. Regardless of our political differences, regardless I'm going against the Constitution, regardless I'm firing people. Because look, President Boakai have caused damages, all right, in people's home, in people's relationship. He came into power. He laid off people unconstitutionally. He removed people unconstitutionally. And those people are hurt. Some of those people, they can't even afford to send their children to school. Some of those people, they can't even afford to feed their children.
Thank you.
Some of those people, their children are on the street, even selling the selling that President Boakai was against. Some of those people, kids, they are on the street selling. He was unable to unify the people. What we saw that day on Unification Day, we did not see people coming together. We did not see people giving story about how far we have come and how far we have to go. Things that will unite us. Let us put our differences aside and move this country. We saw nothing.
Thank you. Thank you so very kindly, my brother. We saw nothing, according to you. You know, we saw nothing. My people, let me just say my own here. You know, it's unfortunate that when we speak of national unity, like I said the last time, we think that national unity should be mere words. But unfortunately, it is not that. It's more than that. It's more than just, words. And I like the way His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah placed it in his statement. When you look at the attempt by Joseph Numa Boakai to even reach out to the former president, President Weah, that alone was disrespectful. And it tells you that this particular old man, he does not have any, absolutely any agenda to unite our country. Any agenda. You know, one of the people that should have, somebody will say, that rapport or that comradeship among them should be former president. Because it is a prestige for us, for the world to see our former leaders interacting, having fun, in one space. It speaks volume of our own democracy. It speaks volume of African unity. It speaks volume of our own togetherness. As a former leader, when people see in one space Joseph Numa Boakai sitting as a current president, President we are sitting, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf sitting, Jewel Howard Taylor sitting, you know the signal that is sent to our international partners? It sent a signal of unity. It sent a signal of trust that they can trust that country. It sent a very great signal that indeed these people are working together for the betterment of their nation. But it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that Joseph Numa Boakai will not even pick up a phone like President Weah said in 2014, January, to call him and say, "Oh, Mr. President, how you doing? How you coming on?" Even on his birthday, they say, "How you doing? How you coming on? How's everything?" Since 2014, that today, Joseph Numa Boakai is calling, or it was. I'm just speaking figuratively on me today on the 14th. And President Weah made it very clear in that communication. When you read that communication, he made it very clear that look, this issue of unification, it must not be what we call a superficial political gimmicks, as he put it. That unification is not based on superficial political gimmicks, on scheming, on lying, on trying to, fake things. But it must be based on the rule of law and on constitutional order. And he's right. That's what makes unification. You can unite the people when you deny the people of basic opportunities and the privileges. Let me just go small on the surface into a lay history. In 1946, right, there was a referendum. And this referendum was to give the indigenous an opportunity to vote among other issues. In 1951, that was the first year that the indigenous people were able to vote in at the election. And guess what? The people say who could vote in the election, they want to get any people. But they say you must get property worth certain amount of money. Can you imagine? The man get his own land. You say before he can make decision for the person who coming to, to serve him, he must have property worth certain amount of money, land, etc., worth this amount of money. So from 1847, that we have had people leading us, or from the 1800s, all the way, it was in 1946 that they went and said, let's have referendum for these people to vote. And in 1951, we participated, even at that night in the large number, because there were very few of us. Some people didn't have land, or they didn't have the property worth up to that amount. So you see where the hate coming from in Liberia. That for a very long time we have been marginalized. That's why other people say, look, the whole unification thing, so other people say that I just came, not really the meaning of unification. So in 1960, Looking at all that happened in 1960, the people decided in the House, they say, look, let's pass that thing into law. Let it become a law on National Unification Day. What was the true essence shown to us? Was a Flomoku given the opportunity to enter the University of Liberia Law School? Was a Yakpawulo given the opportunity to also serve his people? So national unification must be practical. When you talk about unification, it must come from the stand of the rule of law. You cannot disrespect the rule of law and you talk about national unity. You cannot go to Grand Cape County and kill people. Up to now, police cannot even speak or tell us who killed the person. Then you say national unity. You cannot have a Gregory Como who is using the police to carry on armed robbery, certain group of police people to carry on armed robbery and kill our people. You talk about national unity. You cannot have motorcyclists who are catering to their family. You cannot have them deprived of using the road. You can't talk about national unity. No, don't call President Weah. The person that you should be calling are the ordinary people. Those old men that you took away their jobs, those old men that used to sweep the street, that you took away their jobs. Some of them, how much somebody were making? $60. Can you imagine? $60 will get fair for true and drinking you in the country here. When we really fair, we say we fair for true. That can't you money down there. They can't even carry to a restaurant because you get some good restaurant. You can't carry your $60 there. Just sit down somewhere. You can't go there with $60. Really, can't you? Before you want to drink real king juice, $60, say real small. I mean, any I can call no SO, what kind of thing on the beach, all kind of different liquor and other thing. $60 say small for that particular Sunday. These people who were making $60, you took them off the job. There were seditious that were working at the MCC. You look at them, you dance at them only because they have different opinion. You have people like Josiah Joker who is taking jobs from Liberians. You have people, as I speak to you right now, they are taking jobs from our people. Then you say national unity. Are you kidding me? Then you say national unity. Are you playing fun out of the people of Liberia? When there is no justice, tomorrow we'll wake up and see people die and see dead body on the street. At the end of the day, these people who are committing this heinous atrocity, you cannot bring them to book. You talk about national unity. No, you talk about national unity when you get somebody like how you call himself, how you call Sakla Nimale, Internal Affairs Minister. After killing people in Lofa County, he there as Internal Affairs Minister. You talk about national unity? No, you talk about national unity when you have people like how you call her Queen Johnson, who murdered our brother in a broad daylight, that no justice. Then you talk about national unity? Are you kidding me? Are you talking about national unity? Are you serious? When you breaking people houses around and you doing nothing there, you just break the house and just leave the place. You talk about national unity? No, you're talking about national unity when you are dancers in the ordinary people and taking huge money and putting it in your advisor's pocket. Then you talk about national unity. Stop playing fun out of yourself and think you're playing fun out of the Liberian people. And that's why President Weah said, look, true national unity starts from the respect of the rule of law. When you go in a house and impose yourself on people, I will not wear with it, man, I will wear with. Then you talk about national unity. When people are stealing the Liberian people money and they are not held accountable, you're talking about national unity? So spare me that particular national unity from Joseph Numa Boakai. Joseph Numa Boakai is a national disaster. Now a national, look, in a Syria country, man like Joseph Numa Boakai, as soon as you hear the word unity from a more, if you that member be played beyond bar, you lacking all a poor chain or a four. Because it's a disrespect for somebody like Joseph Numa Boakai to even utter the word unit before he can say te, to not even add a te beyond it. Then he just say unit. As soon as you say unit, you are resting, pointing here, pointing square beyond bar, because it's a disrespect to the word national unification or national unity. You can do this. You deny people of opportunity. You can't talk about national unity. National unity starts with you respecting other people in your cycle. When last have you called Madam Joy Howard Taylor, Vice President, who is traditionally is a niece? When last have you called? You talk about national unity. President Weah is the symbol of national unity. And that's why we are proud of him. Because he demonstrated national unity. We saw it. And that's something that they say we're making it. Or we saw national unity. And the government of the CDC were dominated by other people. President Weah said, look, we all got to work for our country. And we saw it. Or when you're talking about national unity, we saw real national unity in President Weah. When he reached out to his political leader, President Weah had a meeting.
He had meeting with all political parties and said, look, we got to work for the interests of Liberia. That's what we call national unity. Oh, you talk about national unity? We had no political leaders. People were not cajoled to play according to President We are too. President We did not go in the house and say, look, you're not here for me. There are people, I will suffoon them. I will suffocate them. You're talking about national unity? Look, spare me that thing, yeah? Spare me that national unity. Fellow Liberians, Joseph Numa Boakai is now a symbol of national unity. He's a symbol of national disaster, of a disgrace. And this is the reason why this kind of old man, we don't need people like this in our society. Because the only thing that President Joseph Numa Boakai has successfully done over the period is to divide that country. As I speak to you now, when you get to the airport, in fact, when the plane is in the air, you can see the division right in Liberia. You even need to count down from the airplane up in the air, you can see division right there. And you're talking about national unity. You get people, children dying, police are killing people. Look at police commander K. Womo. Up to now, no justice for these people that police are killing, that dying in police cell. Can't talk about national unity. Spare me that nonsense. You talking national unity. Don't even utter that word. No member of the partisan of and UPS should even utter that word called national unity until the unification day. Spare us that nonsense that you're talking. You are not wanted to make mention of the word unity. When Joseph Numa Boakai said he will destroy the country in order just to be able to get what he wants to get, you're talking about national unity when that labor, colloquial king, Joseph Numa Boakai could not even look at that ball face. That ball, as small as that ball is, I think 14 or 13 years or so, that ball was crying that he want to see somebody. Can't talk about national unity. Where's the rescue mother? When our mothers are denied opportunities, when people are placed behind bar because of your political ambition, you want to satisfy to make sure that politically you have relevance. Don't spare me that nonsense of national unity from Joseph Numa Boakai. The day president, we have become president, we talk about national unity. But right now, let's forget about that thing. Joseph Numa Boakai is not the person that we should be talking about national unity from. Thank you so very kindly. My brother, let's move on to the next issue that we have on our agenda that has to do with the state-owned enterprises. As you may be aware, the people then, for example, Freeport of Monrovia, how you call these people maritime, LTA, other state-owned enterprises that are supposed to generate money, they contribute towards the money. We are observing something. In fact, the government now is now saying it, that most of these entities is not that they are not generating the money, they're generating the money, but they are not giving the money to the state. They are not contributing it to the coffers. They're collecting money or they're collecting taxes, but the people surprised that the money where you're collecting, it's not going towards the budget, the national budget. You're collecting money, we're seeing it, but it's not going towards the national budget. Where play the money going? So I want to ask this question, and I want to start from our brother Frank, and then I will come to our sister Fita, and then go to my brother Wilmer. My brother, what is going on? State-owned enterprises, the income generating autonomous agency that we have in the country, they are refusing to make honest contribution towards the national budget. What is going on? What happening? The people collecting the money, but they are not putting the money, they are not reporting the money to the national coffers. At the end of the day, we're talking about people not taking pay. They have to go and squeeze other construction company to take money from them. My brother Frank, let's hear from you. Your 2 minutes. What is going on, sir?
Thank you so much, Brother Prince. This is what I keep telling Liberian people for each time I post or I make a post. You see, the next time Liberian people hear the word rescue, they would think twice to try to understand what is, what is the word rescue mean, and what is there to rescue, and who will the people, who were the people that will be rescued, whether it will be the Liberian people, the people they call the commoner, or whether it will be people who have been in power and did nothing but want to come back. And this is why I keep saying, sometimes not everyone that will criticize you mean that they are criticizing you because you did the wrong thing. Sometimes people criticize you because when they were in a position to which you are in right now, they were unable to do the things that you are doing and people are saying, right? So they will criticize you because they were there, they did not do it, and now you came and you doing it. And those are some of the things that we saw with President George Mananwia, because people criticizing because they were there and they did not do it. And some other people criticizing, for good reason, for good fit, and some other people criticizing for personal gain or personal hate. You see, President Boakai keep reminding us when he said, "When I come to power, we are going to bring people, all right, who really want to work and who know the job. And if you don't want to work and you don't know the job, my government will not be a place that you will be. Then you have to find yourself to go elsewhere, right?" Now, that is just resonating right now to my understanding that what President Boakai at that time, or what Boakai was saying at that time was, anybody that will work in my government, you have to be corrupt. Anybody that will work in my government, you have to listen to what I want. If you are not corrupt or if you are not listening to me, you will not work in my government. That is why when he went to Lofa County, he made a statement to say, if you want to be corrupt, come in my government. All right. But when you are corrupt, basically what he was trying to say is, right, if you are being corrupt, whatsoever money that you steal, you have to share with me. That's why that was a statement that I will interpret it when he made that statement in Lofa County. Now, the reason why you are seeing these government entities that are being run by individuals, and though those entities are making money, are earning income for the nation or for the state, but again, the state cannot see those funds or those money that are being generated or revenue that are being generated, right, coming into the nation. The reason why we are not seeing it is because those people are using the money and they are giving Boakai percentage of those money. That is why Boakai can't talk, and that is why he's not doing investigation, because I'm wondering, or I'm thinking, or it baffles me, where is the recovery and the recovery plan or whatsoever team that they have, access recovery that they have? Because if the asset recovery team that they created, right, if it were in effect, or if, let's say, they were active, but now we would have seen vigorous measures or reports on some of these things. Now, I can tell you, this is the reason why people are doing individuals development, not even development, but being water pump. And at the end of the day, the water pump can only spend 2 months and it finish. There's a reason why people go in painting, building, and they say renovation of market building, and they call Boakai there because you have no idea. And then after 1 or 2 more, he says, I will not give or speak, I will not give speech on such issue again, because we said these things. This man have an old age problem. He's not the one that will be ruling this country. It's going to be individuals who will be ruling this country, and then stealing the country money, and then giving percentage to Boakai. And that is what exactly going on. And some of those government officials in both the Senate and the House of Representatives, some of those government officials are involved directly into these things with those entities that are supposed to be generating money. Because the reason why they're involved, they are getting a percentage too. They are getting a percentage so that they cannot bring it to light within the House or within the floor, how they call the Senate floor or the House, to bring it out to light and to call these people, all right, to the public, to ask them or to question them about why the nation is not getting money into this area, why the nation is not generating money into this area. But the reality here is the nation is generating money. Those entities are bringing money in. But again, these key government officials are part of what is going on. And that is why the nation is not, it seems that the nation is not getting money, because we just saw recently in Lofa County, they said Boakai is spending $10 million house there. And $10 million, which is not even the same. Pictures are all around. These are the same people that spoke about corruption, but they are the corrupt king because he's building a house. In fact, it have been seen and it have been brought to light. Then they came out to make a statement to say it is a public building, a presidential building, a government building that they're building there, so that government or a president or government official will sleep there whenever they go to Lofa County, because it have been seen why this man is building his retired home. This is the reason why Boakai said the rescue team, because what he should have done what he should have built in his entire career in Liberia. He did not build it. And absolutely, this presidency, this leadership that you give him, it is now the time that he's using to build what he did not build for himself, what he did not build for his children, to build it for his children and for himself, so that after the 6 years, before he leaves, and then he would have something, beneficiary for him and for his generation. So what is going on? I mean, I'll stop here, but these are the things that are going on. Boakai is aware, and key government officials are aware. That is why they are not bringing these people who are to those entities into the house to question them.
Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. Let's go to our sister Fita. My sister Fita, what is happening? The people collecting money, but they are not reporting the money to the budget. At the end of the day, we don't really know what is happening. People are not taking pay. Let's hear from you, Ma. What do you think is going on?
I think for Freeport, I know a little bit because, like I said, 2020, I sent a container to Liberia. My dear, the people use me to that Freeport from John Brown to Esther, from Esther, and as I'm going from John Brown to Esther, I paying 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. Finally, I met with Chinese men who don't understand my daddy. I don't understand him. And that man felt sorry for me and said, why Liberian is behaving like this? Can you imagine a stranger advocating for us, we the Liberians, and our own Liberians were betraying us. They were draining. So for that one part, I think I got the answer to it. They were taking that money from people, putting it in their pocket. They received the money. They're not making report. Okay, I had a question now for Boakai. He like to fire people. He like to replace people. Why are the people who not making report, who not paying taxes to the country? Why he can't take them from order? Why they stay there? They're spending 30 years free of charge, and I think they are going more than that. They went beyond. Boakai presidential is something that we all supposed to know, and we were expecting. And like a woman who is pregnant and she expecting, she know the pain she will go through before she put that baby out. And when the time reached, she had nothing to regret or worry about because she already know what's going to happen. That's our president, Joseph Nima Boakai. Boakai knew what was coming towards him, and he prepared for it. He knew that Liberian would not be satisfied no matter what he do, and he know he don't have nothing to deliver. So let him go ahead and enjoy himself. And that's what Boakai doing. Like Frank said, he collab with the people. He know where that money is. Because if Boakai don't know where that money is at this time, action have been taking place. He will take action against them. But because Boakai know where the money go, he know how he work with these people. That's why he don't say a word. The government in Liberia now, the present government now is like farine and sugar. If you don't add sugar to farine, it will not be taste. No taste for it. It will not be sweet. No matter how you face farine, it's sour. Liberian government, whosoever they call themselves in that country, they are just like farine. The people don't taste nothing. And Liberians, yeah, we love that because that's the rescue team that came to rescue us. The people rescuing. By the time they're done with us, the rescue will tell we run away. Run away, so yeah. And also, yeah, who went to battlefront, and then when you look at it, I make a pack my load, I can't move for here for the book, they can't take my life away for nothing. That's how our government in Liberia is going to treat us. In that strain, my dear brothers, we know what we're going to come for us. And if Boakai had problem with those people not reporting, he was going to say something about it, but Boakai no. He know what they're doing. He working with them. That man did not do anything in his whole life, from vice president all the position he had in that country, he did not do anything for himself. That man was brave to go to IGT Bank to borrow money. If he can borrow money from IGT Bank, then what kind of human being he is? That man used to come to America here. We collect money to give to Henry Scott and contribute to his welfare. So what you expect to come out of that kind of man? What do you expect? And everybody that work with him, they are all corrupt. The people prepare their future for themselves, not for Liberians. They're preparing their future for themselves. And I'm not even sure some of them are smart. I don't think so. Because what I saw in that country when I went there, they're not smart. They're lavishing all these little kids, just women. All their life is about fun time. We were interested in some police. The man in the car with a girl in the front seat. Why were you put, even when I was criminal, why were you put criminal in the front seat with you? To tell you that that person was not a criminal. Sitting in the front seat with you. When he saw the traffic was too much, we're looking at him face to face, right in the car next to us. The man just turned the siren on. Where started running. Bullshit crap. What a bull crap. Because you have somebody's daughter in the car now, he's going to have fun time with her, so he's bluffing. Liberia government are ready, man, my dear brothers.
Thank you so much, Vita. My brother, Wilma, let's hear from you. The country is as such that they are raising the money. Unfortunately, the money is not going to these people. I mean, to us, we the Liberian people. We are not seeing any new projects. My brother, let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah, Prince, and that's strange because let me care Liberian people back. Before the election, the Unity Party was broke. Now, why they had a coalition with the other way, they were depending on Alexander Cummings, all these people. They were very, very broke. You see, all these guys, they will never do nothing. They will never develop the country. Let me paint the picture here for the Liberian people. You see, they got to the national pool, they do claim. All of them, they got to get a payback because they contributed to the Unity Party before they come to power. They spend a physical cash. Let me get one famous example. The men are sitting down on spoon tall now. The CEO Stanton Waterspoon that bitter now, criticizing the same government that he ran propaganda on, the same government that he was supporting on George Weah. When you were getting that medical money, while they indicted him for, while they indicted him, he was financing the Unity Party on propaganda. He had a network, that he had a radio station, bringing people on. Then they were in collaboration with the Front Page Africa newspaper, running CNN. All of them spread that propaganda. But because today he can now get away, he can get money back. They blacking all anger. He get bitter now. He on rampage now, criticizing. When I see when people listening to that guy, it'll baffle me. It'll tell me that the country will never be serious. For true. For he and all indicted by the United States government. Then he's sitting now on national radio, putting a muffin Liberian politics, cajoling people coming on our platform stage. So I look at our whole country to say, wow, the country is an evil nation. He got nothing to do with our politics for real. Now he criticizing because why? He has stake in the election. He has stake. He has stake in the United Party. But because what happened when that happened? They black him. So today now he go against his own government now in criticizing, breaking all that corruption, everything. All that things in that rhetoric. I'm not listening to these things then. All these people, the Kofi Wooden, the Grace Pay, the owing them. So as a country make money, they got to get that money back. They got to get that money back. Like when you don't see massive development. On George, where you saw massive development. So the country, they owing these guys in, they got supported the Unity Party that brought them to power. Then the second option, the second thing that on the table, that nobody discussing, the surrogate. If you look at the executive branch of government, all these guys, Jeremiah Pia, all these guys, they from America. They got to pay their mortgages. They got a family, then they're going to expensive school. So in a salary, if you come to salary, it's a peanuts. It's a peanuts. It's a peanuts. So when the money comes, they will never send it to the national budget. They will not put enough money to the national budget to solve our problem. They will share them. I said, there's a video circulating. I think you get that video. Well, the Swakoko Dene, what is suspended. That former representative. If you look at her video, you will know straight all the money she been collecting for Noka, the other places. The videos circulating on the social media. They were giving the money or 2 million slap when also 10 million. So this from her own mouth to tell you anything that coming to the national cover, they will never allow it to, they will never carry everything to the national cover. They will share among themselves. Because a bunch of these guys that are working in the executive branch in other places, they're from the West. They're from the West. They got to pay all that things in. Then those are on the ground. That all these managing director, the Amon Tour, the Mo Ali, all of them, they're paying massive property. Massive property. They seen jealousy. It was all about jealousy. The same thing they said, they were talking about CDC children paying their properties and things, paying houses and things. And as you're working, you pay property. It's normal thing if you're smart. So the mistake they made 12 years ago. 12 years ago, where they were suffering, certain time when George Ganeto Manto Authority, they believe that the government couldn't leave that hand. So when they sat down back, and most of them never had no money again, you saw in the country at that time, they said, when we come back to power, we'll equalize everything. So that what going on in the country, Prince, that what going, they're paying massive property too. Massive property. Most of the children are in the country also too. They send their children away, Ghana and other places, going to school too, paying into. Where they taking that money from? Not the government salary. That the same back, that the same thing they're doing. That the same thing they were accusing the former lion, that the same thing they were accusing the other government for. So it was all about jealousy. So any money they generate, Prince, it will never go 100%, maybe 30 or 40 will go to the national budget, then the other one, then they will share among themselves. It's just that they play in the whole country. Now, a friend talked about the video that leaked on the social media that the president, they say the president paying massive, Sogana bidding in Lofa County. I think that I carry great flag, that other one, I carry great flag, that whole something. Then the same spoon to trying to flag another one again. So the thing that when people passing through, Prince, it's not easy. It's not easy. Any money that generated, they will share it because what they invested in the Unity Party to bring them to power. They got to keep that kickback. It's a kickback. It's a kickback. They got to get a kickback. So when they infuse money, they will not infuse all the money. They will not say it. Then the money they spend on the national legislature to take us go far from power. You saw it. All play on social media, sleeping in hotel, all these things, braving, all that scandal that happened. So they will never develop that nation because you said something. I think that French said something here. The president is old. The surrogate of the president, those that surround the incomplete control, heavy control, the incomplete control. The similar thing happened in America. Today night, you're listening to all your news in America. Joe Biden, for example, the American former president, Joe Biden, was not in control. But the surrogate, all of them not seeing it. All the news channel in America carrying it now. The CNN, what from the liberal media, all of them talking about it. That you're gonna win Donald Trump, you're gonna be in the wheelchair and all. Everything coming up. So that's a similar thing happening in our country. Our president is old. You don't have that strength. You don't have that kind of strength anymore. You're not in complete control. Serious control. No, you just listen to people. He can get that strength like before. It's a normal thing can happen to anybody. As you reach that particular age, the strength can fail you. So the president not in control. So the surrogate around him now, they just bringing letters, anything into him. We saw it when they were doing appointment at that time, that initial stage when So power knew the priest. When they were appointed, they'll take the letter back, different signature, all these things. So it's a kickback. All these things are kickback. It's a kickback.
A kickback. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, my brother. I want to play this while I, say my own. Liberians, I want us to listen to this video clip. Like I asked the question, why is it that most of these autonomous agencies that are raising money, why is it they are not really contributing towards the budget fully? And government now has to go to other construction company to take money from there to pay people. I want you to hear where your money going, but I want to play this clip. It's about maybe 5 so many clip that I want us to play here, and I want us to listen very, very well. Courtesy of
That's a video. Yes.
yeah, that's the video right here. So I'm going to play this video. It's about 44 minutes. Sorry, not 5 minutes. About 44 seconds. Now 44 minutes, 44 seconds. So let's listen to this very carefully.
I recall vividly at 7 p.m. We sent 2 million Liberian dollars to Lufa County when the president was Lufa County for women empowerment. We sent 2 million Liberian dollars to Magibi County for the UP Women Organization. We sent over 1 million Liberian dollars in Grand Cape Mount County. So why is it questionable to give a Liberian family $2,000 to help to go for foreign opportunity? So I said I will not say much to that because I don't preside over the CSR.
Now, my people, you're listening to this lady, right? It's about 44 seconds. I want to play you another video before I come in. I want to play you another video. This will help us so that you can know where our money going. You're listening to this lady clear. Let's move this and let's go here to this video, and it's going to help us a lot to understand where our money going, where our money going. Let's play this. It's just a few second video we'll play, and you listen very keenly.
Let her beat ourselves. Let her beat ourselves, please.
Sure.
Currently, the salary is $10,000 gross. I am entitled to, I think, 7,000.
No, you acting governor, don't think now. You already there.
Yes. But this is it. Since I was appointed acting governor on August 1, I have not attempted taking the salary, the benefits, neither have I moved.
No, that's not my question.
So after your
nominee,
I will.
You want to do pro bono fund. You want to do pro bono fund. What is the salary structure? The income, monthly income structure.
That's what I was saying. The salary, that's the gross, and a cash allowance of 7,800 gross.
You have not answered the question.
That's monthly. So if you want, have you asked him for all the benefits of
yes.
Well, okay.
Yes.
So the governor, again, gets a monthly salary of $10,000 gross, cash allowance of 7,800 gross. The governor is entitled to a housing allowance. Monthly. Monthly is 5,000 gross. He's entitled to.
So leader, gross. That comes
No, because the tax rate changes. The exchange rate changes. So I can give you.
So you 60,000.
I want to move this. This is really annoying. And thank God we have these videos. You're listening to Madam Swakoko Dennis explaining to the world where our money going. Where our money going. Your money is going in these people's pockets. The money that should be going towards hospital, towards school,
There's a nurse.
That money is not going towards the school. It's not going towards hospital. It's not going towards the building of the capacity of your children. Imagine in a Liberia where people cannot even afford to eat 3 times a day. You gave him $1 million to a president to travel from one end to another just for a day or two. $1 million. You're giving it to him. Listening to the central bank governor. Somebody taking 5,000 a month for housing allowance. Ego. Can you imagine? 5,000 a month for housing allowance? 5,000 a month. Every month somebody look at you and give you 5,000. Let 5,000 here. For what kind of house you renting in Liberia that every month you will pay 5,000, my people? What kind of month? What kind of house you are really renting? Even if you are renting a house up Ducor, we will say the presidential enclave, so to speak, or not even the presidential enclave, but let's say the executive enclave. Even if it is at the how you call the place, U.S. Embassy, $5,000 a month for housing allowance. This man is taking 7,800 for compensation, according to him. He said monthly. That month we're talking about year, we're talking about month. You see, if you ask me where the money going, that they play your money going. We said it here from the beginning. This is not strange. We said it here. We broke the news right here on the same platform. Long time ago, before this thing, they could even start to complain. We told you that these agents, these how you call autonomous agency, they're taking the money, they're taking what they're supposed to take, get small to Joseph Newman Boakai and send it to his how you call a foundation, the Boakai Foundation, at the place saying the money. So because they are so corrupt, and Joseph Newman Boakai is also corrupt, in as much as you still get a man on a court, a fini, problem solved. Get a man on a court. Reba, you eat your own, get my own. There's a kind of song people can sing. If you eat your own, you must, I know, if you eat your show, you must get my show. Something like that. I say, I think I need to sing that music. You eat your own, you get my own. That how Joseph Newman Boakai is running our country. You eat your own. As soon as you finish eating your own, don't make no. Let my own, let me just get it. If you want, no problem. This is how Boakai is leading that country. Boakai don't give a hang about you and myself. He doesn't care about the children. He doesn't care about developing how you call the human resource of our country. Let Joseph Newman Boakai eat his own, and so that you too, you eat your own. Problem solved. You listening to Swakoko Dennis. Can you imagine Joseph Newman Boakai with God? Say Swakoko Dennis bring money, they will take $1 million, give it to him. He go, Grandkid County, take $1 million, give it to him. He go on the other side. Look, these are things that should bring serious uprising in the country to make Joseph Newman Boakai to pee on himself. But again, where are we? We just talking. And I want we talking, we finish talking, we move for here. For the leader, ain't got nothing to offer. That's what we tell. Look, no serious country where people want development, Boakai and his surrogate will be playing around people money that they no, get happy. Look at central bank governor, the nonsense where he talking. You got people who can't even afford the working, but they can't afford to take that monthly pay. But look at how much they've been making. $5,000 every month. That's why he make it. And I pay you. They give you the money 5,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3. Can you imagine $5,000 every month? They give it to you. They say, go your horse. Or your horse in Jupiter, that spaceship you can take to go to your own horse. Or your horse under the sea, that submarine you can take, that they will give you 5,000 every month for your housing allowance. Or the people that don't work in your horse, they are spirit there. Then you taking $7,800, that 5,000 alone, you know how much it costs. Then you asking where your money going, fellow Liberia. Then when you wake up in the morning, say you're hungry, you're not hungry, Liberia. Look, you start playing fun out of yourself. Look, it has reached to the place that these people that were in power, they ain't get problem. That me and you get a problem. That others get a problem. We get problem. The people they ain't get problem. They don't have problem. Because thank God that the people are not hiding what they are doing, my brothers and sisters. They're hiding it. That before people used to see, say, nobody must hear it, either one, nobody must hear it. But the people putting it right in front of your face, they put it, they stealing it, it is physical. Look at what they're talking. In the house of in the house of Senate, where you have citizens in these various counties or these constituencies that the people represent, these citizens don't even have hand pump. Some of the schools that are there, they are always without chairs. They don't even have blackboard. But you get a central bank governor sitting down in front of you. There you say he has allowing that 5,000, that 5,000 that can even be able to revitalize the whole health system in how you call the play in Grand Crew, or the whole health system in Grand Cape Mount County. That the 5,000 are meant taking for horror. 7,800 that is used to be able that can build the entire health sector of one other county, can change the whole health sector of a county, that they want to make taking every month for a scratch car, a thing and thing. $3,000 where you can take to make serious impact in people's life in our Leeward County. That 3,000 you're man taking, how you call it, Patrick Honor to put in your gas, a generator using 3,000. And you see what we're talking about? Then you say, Joseph, look, that you get problem. Look, until you can get angry. And when it comes to the 17, that protest, for you to come together and protest, that Joseph Boakai will feel it in your feeling. And that a battery there, it will jibo. It will jack. That man will not, you will not move. Joseph Boakai will just say that the people there, they get there, forget about him. Look, the people have seen that you don't have the appetite for development. The people see that, I was saying yesterday, we were still on the show, right? I'm a brother women. Look, the people see that you Liberians, we are corrupt. We let people who are corrupt. We have sold our soul to the devil. That's what Joseph Boakai say. People ain't get time. Can you imagine these people into your house? They give you $20 you jump in the air. You say, yeah, they made a good man. They made a good man. You think the people will take you serious? Look, let me tell you something. Even in a relationship, the way you meet your wife is the kind of way you will treat her. When you take that woman, God forbid, from a ghetto, you treat her like a ghetto woman. I'm on fire, man. When you take that woman from her family house, from her family, or when you take her from a place where you know she's responsible, where when you enter her hall, you even want to say, oh, mama, take off my shoe, I leave it to the door more. You know that kind of woman there. You can't tell her nonsense and get walk. So the people have seen that you Liberian people, you're not let good. President, we are there, you building road, you say you not want road. President, we are there, you building hospital, you say the hospital will eat. So you have you took the value where you're supposed to get for yourself, you throw the value away. Just like you might find in the dancer. So when you're ready, he look at you, he kick you, put you in get time. He look at man, Grace May say 22 million, and let go you say the people give you more. You feel alright because they know that at the end of the day, that $20 can solve your problem. $20 that can solve your problem. $20 that can solve your problem with one bag, or in fact, not even one bag, a half bag, 25 kg. Then when you see that one and they join in the air, whoa, you see? Can you imagine? We have a country where the leaders, they are stealing in a broad daylight, then hardly again. Then Liberian, you are complacent. The only thing we can do with very good people will call on talk show. And when you hear them speaking English, you will rather that they the one renting English to the people of England, the Liberian, that we the one. Well, I'm calling from this other place. Right now, as I speak to you, it is unfortunate the government has abandoned the people of this particular district. Government has abandoned you here. You're not ready yet. But people that go to another thing, they people they really we get taught what we're supposed to talk, but they're not ready. Y'all be speaking English. The country that ready for development, not English, they can be speaking. The action they can take. Ain't see America yet. When we got ready for police reform, when they put their neck on our men job floor, when we jump in the street, it was not easy. As I speak to you now, there are police reforms that are going on. They changing some of the law. Chokehold, you can no longer use chokehold. It's illegal in most of the states. There are some reform. In fact, some areas they are trying to even defund. They are trying to reduce the amount that police have. In fact, they have even added some community, how you call, or program to the policing. Now they have different programs where they get people who, if somebody, you go arrest somebody, the person behaving some kind of way, in a mental person, there's some kind of reform that is going on. Look at country around us. Yeah, look, Kenya the last time. Yesterday, it was Kenya. The people join the street, they say, what lawmaker must be making, they kind of amount Supreme Court people who won't get in nothing. The naked way they ransack the whole Kenya, say, they fired and the people ain't get that Liberian. Get them rest. They are okay. They are complacent. Some kind of stupid person will come to somewhere. He call on the air and say, well, we are not in support. They protest. Look, let me tell you, fellow Liberian, until you can real protest, until Joseph Boakai can sit down to a hall, whole back will be beating, you're not think that you're serious. That probably, imagine, look, the one can say that Liberian, that be more we get. To allow 80-year-old men to take 5.2 million people, you get dribble, all of you. They already say, we are revolutionary, we are strong. You nothing. You not get grumpy there. You not grumpy there. You nothing. You fisa. You get no weight behind you. You not get shit behind you. You got nothing behind you. You not get weight. Joseph Numa Boakai, 80-year-old man, look at the whole country. He locked the country down. Bah. Opposition then said they can't even talk. Even our own CDC, our people there, our own chairman party, stay documenting. Yeah, yeah. Chairman Janga documenting. And you see where we have reached. All the political party we are documenting all paper. Joseph Numa Boakai, where you even get correct heart. That I mean, look at all of you put it together. Say, anybody been no here, we post sign somebody. Look, it hurt. It is hurtful. It is coming to the place where we Liberians, we will not even get time for political party. We leave political party people in one side and we do our own thing. And that time is coming. That time is coming. Because we see this as a complete nonsense. Why would we get this kind of old man behaving the way he, look how they sharing the money. Look at how they sharing the money. Listen to the man from the central bank. Look at how they sharing the money. Look at they already say money not in Liberia. Oh, the people suffering here. The people ain't got money. We got Joseph Numa Boakai took over, seen that man to tell me the project where he now carry on. No, let's be fair and sincere. Tell me the project Joseph Numa Boakai carry on. He said that, oh, this, that, all that. My people, let's lead that thing. Liberia, we're not ready. When we get ready, we will jump on the street and look. To protest is not a crime. To demand your government to do what is right is not a crime because it's enshrined in the Constitution. The Constitution gave us that right. It said all government is. In fact, let's put it this simple way: that people who can elect the government. And the government that they can elect, the government is supposed to work for their good. When the people find out that the government is not working for their good, the people get the right to be able to change that government and bring any government that will be able to work in their interest. Look at the nothing that happened. Joseph Numa Boakai, look at the whole House of Senate, the whole House of Representatives. He seized the whole house. Illegally, the paper seized it. We just talking, we call it whole for article for law 43. How you got article 43, article 38. We be talking article 38, the paper 10, right? You just deal with all of as soon as you finish, take mention, put mention. There, this morning I saw they say the people in the House of Rep they were voting. They say let's live for suspension. They say yeah, they vote, live for a post suspension. Oh man, drill in your letter. Okay, we are ready. You say you get square. I get your chain, man. You're not serious here, man. My people that go to the next topic, yeah. Following several months of illegality, and I don't know. Let's give us 30 seconds. You want to talk? Is there anything that you want to talk? Let's go to our sister. Fita, but Wilma, you want to say something? Let me go to you.
Yeah.
Let's 30 seconds. Let's
Yeah,
go to the next topic.
you were saying something concerning I told you, thank God, you're reasoning. You tried to reason with me. I told you the reason why I'm not part of the CDC. I'm not CDC. I told you, I support the former president. I'm a fan of the former president because I told you from the beginning. In time, yeah, junker then documenting. They get video there. You didn't have video. Let me tell you something, Prince. Let me tell you something. The Ruto that ruled in Kenya. He was in Washington, D.C. He just carried gas press up. They ransacked the whole Nairobi, Kenya. They went down the parliament. The videos are there. He just carried gas press up. The euro are living in. The euro, once they get him on all these things. Your year, when we read it here, when the government play on us here, we would have bring the whole country down. The Paris, you've been seeing it, they would bring Paris, they would bring Brussels, would have start, in a constitution, in the whole world. Even in America, when you're ready to protest, nobody can stand inside you. But I told you, the only people that are able to protest against are George Weah. You know why? Because George Weah was tolerant. I told you something. That July 17 protest, it's a protest dead. I challenged them. It's a protest dead on arrival. They can never protest. They will talk them out of it. They will never, they molu all these people, all that noise they causing. Well, yeah, July 17 protest, what they planning, nothing will come out of it. Because first of all, the Unity Party, they were orchestrating all the protests in our country. Y'all know it. The using soup, the using. You not see the university student talk again, Prince. You not see them talk. You not see them. They get taught nothing. You know why? They scary the whole country. But the Unity Party they know nobody can protest against them in our country. So the only person they're depending on to talk, to say, yeah, the only person that can, let me tell you something, Prince, the only person when you get vexed tomorrow morning I can bring over almost 500 to 100 or 300,000 in the street, and I believe he can do. Only the former president George Weah, he get the numbers because he don't get out radical, he don't get out, he don't want to do all that thing, but they're pushing for real, eh? I swear to God, it will be one of the massive protests more than the June 7 protest. When he said, I'm ready for the also, that's the only man. But beside that, there's definitely signal in King John in Grand Cayman County. They shot live bullet, they kill people. So that June 17 protest, I see it coming.
Thank
They
you
will
so
never
much.
protest.
Let's go to our sister Fita. My sister, just use 30 seconds. Let's close on this thing and go to our next topic, Mama.
My dear brothers, they protecting here. I don't see no sense in it because the people don't know how to handle their citizen. They think that when people come out to protest, then they come into, destroy things, or they come into harm anybody. Sometimes you need to hear them out. You need to listen to them. See what President we are used to do. I would never call him former president. He's still my president, and he will be forever. When the people come out, first of all, he served them with water because they are in the sun. It's too hot. He will get them food to eat. Then he will ask, what is their problem? Nobody that the way you're supposed to be doing. They are human beings. They didn't come with guns. They have their hands up and with their stuff in their hand. That means we are here to explain. This is what we want. But they don't listen to the people. All they do is send police to be whipping people, children, killing them. So I don't even see no sense in it. Like my brother woman said, nothing will come out of it. Nothing will come out of it. Let's pull about it. The government is not enough. It's not kind of government that you can play around. How long? The year is already gone to a half. we got 2 more months. Then we got 6 more months for the year to be gone. Then 2 years gone. All we're gonna be doing is just pulling pockets, taking money. What was that woman was saying over there? So you already had the nerve to come tell Liberian how you spent this money. You already get a curse to come and in public to tell people this how we are managing the country. No, you're not managing the country. You're damaging the country. There's no disgraceful, man, friends. I see no sense in it. If children will understand, let us stay off the street because there's no need that people die for nothing. Just for speaking their mind. Just for asking God not to do this. And then at the end of the day, somebody will be wounded and somebody will be dead. For CDC, Janka Dempa, they tell with cow, the scare.
Thank you so much. Let's hear from you, my brother Frank.
You know, one of the entity that I hate, and when I say I hate, I use that word deliberately. I hate. All right, the entity they call the Human Rights Watch. I hate that entity to my gust. Now, you see, when the so-called protest happened under President George Manuel, we used water tank to disperse the protesters. The so-called Human Rights Watch, when I wrote and said President Weah was a dictator, and said President Weah was using force on peaceful protester, the Human Rights Watch. Well, that was the so-called Human Rights Watch. When the student went to voice out their frustration about quality education, about the poor educational system, police people went and brutalized these students, put them in police truck, and took them to prison. Where was the so-called Human Rights Watch? You see, this is why when I keep saying these things, this thing we're looking at is deeper than what we are looking at. International here was behind the removal of President Weah. For some of us, we look beyond. We realize things that we look beyond. International years were behind the removal of President Weah. And McCarthy told us that they heavily sponsor the media, propaganda media, against President to remove him because they know most of our citizens are ignorant. All right? They did that and they removed them. They remove him. I keep saying this thing. Let me say this. All right? Now, let me say this. What our election was great for me, I know it was great. It was not just me, my country, I made personally, we are not to win an election. Why will other countries that Boakai never had, Boakai was irrelevant. But according to the Election Commission, Boakai was head to head with President Weah. That was not true. The election was rigged. But my issue here is, okay, let's go to the election. All right? Now, this does not go to the people that voted for President Weah. But let's say those that voted against President Weah. We saw a lot of our people on social media. Our parents can pay school fee. We never asked George Weah to pay wire fee, to pay to make university free. We never asked him to do it. Our people can do it. Our parents been doing it, and they can do it again. I mean, they say all of these things that they were going to remove him and put Boakai there. I'll be frank here. Weah and Boakai went for job. They applied for job. The Liberian people look at Weah 6 years. They said they don't like him. They look at Boakai 12 years plus years that he has sat in the government, and they still say that, hey man, we won. They left President Weah and went for this man. Do you expect President Weah to go and protest for who? No. It is the Liberian people who hire Boakai to work for them. They are the one to go get on the street, to go and protest, to demand the reason why Boakai is not working. President Weah did not hire Boakai. The Liberian people hire Boakai. For me, I support President Weah to sit down and keep silent and be mute. 2029, he comes and they don't want him. They don't want him. They want to go for Boakai. Let them go for Boakai. They want to go for who side they want to go for. Let them go for who side they want to go for. But I support President Weah not to put people on the street for Boakai to go kill them, because this is what they want. And then they will not say, they will not go do report. That's what you say. You know why? Because their plan is to these people out of that country not to give opportunity to Liberian, to the Liberian people to develop, to move their country forward, but to make sure Kenya is in the country. And when Kenya in the country, that's the time corruption go on. This Western world, they can't operate in a peaceful and democratic nation. They only operate in a country that is so corrupt. And corrupt country like Liberia, they love it. So I don't support that we are putting people on the street and then they'll go and write and come and see it. And then we are putting people on the street and to go protest. They will not look at Boakai killing the people. They will say that we are putting people there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Let's move on to our last topic. Again, fellow Liberians, you can join us and give us a call and participate. I will try to do this earlier. Let's put the number here. Those of you who want to call, those of you who want to participate, the number is there. You can give us a call. And you want to contribute, whatever you want to contribute, the number is there. Give us a call and you will be with us directly. We want to move to the next issue that has to do with what happened with this House election. All of us saw for almost 7 months, Joseph Numa Boakai was able to seize the democracy of that country, especially as it relates to the House of Rep. He illegally empowered people to seize authority. Jeremiah Kuhn. All the way we had the international partners coming to tell him that, Mr. Boakai, what you are doing is wrong, or what you are doing is wrong. He did not listen to them. Mr. Boakai was able to seize power illegally through his regime speaker, illegally seize the benefits and the salary of lawmakers. At the end of the day, election was held. The man who illegally took power, seized power, collected money that was not intended for him, and did everything you can ever think about, that man emerged victorious. Let's hear from you. Wilma, I want to start this from you. What is your own take on what happened? What you see? The man illegally took power for a few months, seized the whole country, carry on, break law and whatever. He finished now. He say he real speaker. Let's hear from you, my brother.
The man praise the man as speaker now. So they have everybody, other than accept it, the other black, not the majority black, the other black accept it. For that he resign. So when Fonati resign, they have to have election. So all go to the other group. How can all of you be that call it spade or space here? The country for everybody. I will say, yeah, they are a bunch of cowards. Let me tell you, they are so-called black. And the majority black win. How can a marriage, they didn't get the numbers? The people challenge the Supreme Court, the people break all the rule of law. That country, let me tell you, the only like that thing will happen. Some country, the country will get on the standstill. On the standstill. Who the other guys in? Who the so-called majority black? You know that horses and you know that one of family then too. They threaten you, they seizing your salary. Kwafan is seizing your salary. They get a pile of family then too. You go radical on them too. So the prince that thing we're discussing here, we're discussing about the majority black win, the Unity Party win. They hijacked the nation, and the speaker decided to resign. The original speaker decided to resign. He should have resigned. He should have left it that way. He should have no pressure could be. They are alive for 6 and 3 to 4, 5 months to 6 months. Then to the end of the ride, you resign. You resign. Why you resign? When you resign, you should still. They were radical. You take the radical stand. Like all of you get it. They put your parliament. They put the House of Representatives. They put the whole capital bidding. They waiting more. They even solve no problem today. We know who put the capital bidding. Now you resign. They are a bunch of cowards. That's why I say to you, yeah, the Unity Party they will never really. The people testing the water, they will never relinquish power. I will say, I will keep this video. There will be nothing. The year 2029 will come and pass. But in Liberia, they will never give you power because they know the group of the other people that are weak people. The people will rule until even Boakai there, they will rule. They will rule the country until they get tired. They're preparing themselves to rule. So the other bunch of people, that bunch of cowards, they never should allow all these things. When the people, listen to me, first of all, the thing that made me angry, this are ruling government. All the credit, all the negative reflection will go on the government, on that government. I remember CDC time, when Joria was keeping the peace. Joria was keeping the peace because he wanted for a government, for the international community to criticize the government. I hear friend talking here, the president shouldn't protest. The president now is in opposition. The former president is an opposition leader. He's an opposition leader. You know, opposition leader all around the world, all African countries, you know it. When it comes to the citizen, the rule of law being broken, all of them will stay online. You saw it in Senegal, you saw it in Gambia, you saw it you saw Kenyatta protesting. Former President Kenyatta was protesting against Ruto in Kenya, Nairobi. All of them standing on the street until they gave a petition. So why the president? Because the president, because Liberian people vote the president all the power. But they say that they may not protest. Left threatening. The threatening is left. And the other NSA people, they could be all against him. They're taking his security details, all the things, and threatening the president, like he said, the president because of the Liberian people. So that is sitting down there. Then you're going to vote again, you get it. Why you're fighting for power for now? Then you're giving to the Unity Party to rule your country. They don't call it spade or spade. When you're so weak, and you're saying the president shouldn't protest when the rule of law breaking. The Boakai, and they see Boakai were in opposition. Alexander comes in. The Jones, you finish forgetting the Jones 7 protest friend, and the other name, better than you and the other name march against the president for the 7 and we're gonna missing money, bring our money back. When Henry Kosalem led our protest, all of them, the landlord, the top part, the videos are there. All of them were opposition leader. They had they had a group. All of them, the Young League Kanka, all of them, all of them protest. They protest June 7. They had became how Jadon came to power today. If you go to the video, our Henry Costa show, but because he was limited, his vision was very short. Jadon roll on him, Jadon ride on him, and today Jadon became senator for Maserado County. Our Henry Costa should have been a senator because he was so limited, he was so vindictive, he had so arrogant for judgment, so he never saw the vision. How Jadon rode on him, ride on him, and today Jadon became the senator today. So the opposite, when the president sitting down, some panel that good, let it sit down and wait. But I'm telling you, gonna keep that video. The Unity Party 2029, there will be nothing they call 2029. I will explain it later on. They will never relinquish power. The Unity Party love power, and they not come back to power. Don't forget it, friend. They would never get it. They would never give that party. They would never give that government to nobody else. They will rule that country for another 12 to 18 years. Just get ready for them. That's what I have to say.
Thank you so very kindly. My brother Frank, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Brother Prince. And let me tell you maybe 30 seconds of my time here first to say now, I'm not saying here Liberian people shouldn't protest. All right, I support Liberian people should go protest. What I'm saying is I come in.
Yeah, my brother Frank, we have a caller on the line. Let's just take this caller and then you will go ahead. So again, fellow Liberian, the number to call is right on the screen, 443-991-3356. Give us a call and let's hear from you. Caller, go ahead, your name and where you've joined us from. Take the next 1 minute, 30 seconds. Go ahead. Let's hear you, sir.
My name is Russell Pratt and I'm calling from Canada. And I'm going to say this clear. I am a sedition and we are sin. But for the past few months, I come to realize that President Weah is not ready for Liberia. President Weah is not willing to stand up for the Liberian people that he said he loves. President Weah is playing with Liberia. President Weah gave Joseph Boakai power to destroy Liberia. And we have to be honest. We have to talk about President Weah. No. President Weah shouldn't have given that power up. He wanted it. President Weah wanted to play soccer. Nothing stopping. President Weah wanted to play soccer and nothing stopping. President Weah should have given power up. President Weah should have stayed in power and make a great place. President Weah was playing with us. President Weah is playing with us. I love him and love that country to our death. On our dying day, that love him and love that country. Playing with that country, and he's playing with his life with Liberian people because he will make Liberian people turn against him if he don't watch up. And I'm saying this from my heart with love. If President Weah don't watch up, he will make the Liberian people turn against him. That's what I have to say, my brother. Thank you.
But before you leave the line, one would say that he respects the democratic tendencies. Liberians went to the poll and they voted against the CDC. So all he needs to do is to respect the rule of law. Let's give you quick 10 seconds. What do you say to that before we go to our brother? Okay, this person, thank you so much, calling from Canada. My brother Frank, let's hear from you. Again, the number to call is 443-991-3356. Give us a call, and then, you will be live on the show. Let's hear from you, my brother Frank.
Thank you again. The caller call saying, President Weah elected, President Weah shouldn't have given the power. These are the same people. If President Weah will not, some people will call here to say they are sedition. They are not. But let me not say this. These are going to be people. No, I'm being serious here. These are going to be people. If President Weah are not going to give power up, these are and then y'all come, and then people die. These are going to be the same people to go on social media and say President Weah is a dictator. He's a cause. People die. In fact, he didn't win the election. It's a democratic election. Election was free and fair. Why he couldn't leave power? These are the same people who are going to come here and be saying these things. They're not being frank here. Be frank here.
True.
The truth of the matter here is right. President Weah was removed democratically. Let's go ahead. Whether election was rigged or not, democratically he was removed. Now, my point here is, I'm not saying right, President Weah shouldn't protest. President Weah can protest. What I'm saying here is, look, the same Liberian people that had the guts yesterday, that had the courage yesterday, right? We are here. I'm going harsh on the Liberian people too. No, they are not stupid. They are not dumb. They are not babies. All right? They are not babies. They saw what President Weah was doing in the country. They saw how the country was stable. Okay, market, we need to go and sell our market, right? They got something from there at the end of the day. All right? Market, we need to go and sell. They couldn't worry about, I got to save money from my children's school fee or my children's wire fee. Those things, they couldn't worry about it. But
yeah, you're right too.
They had the courage massively. They went on the street. They went to protest. Let me be frank here. So some of those protests went all right. Some of those political leaders, right? They were not at the forefront. But because they saw the masses, that's how they came out to draw the protest. And the Liberian people serious. Wait, you must say that they say President Weah not like the people. President Weah like the people. No, the people like President Weah done. They like President Weah done. They were ungrateful. Shame on them. They want to vote for a government. They're the ones. They should be the ones to go to their government, to question their government, to tell their government, President Weah did these things, and we will not satisfy. We remove it, and we put you there, and you think that you are doing these things. They're the ones who go on the street and protest.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
We would John and one with them. But President Weah would not come and tell and say, John and no. They need to go and tell President Weah, you know what? Come and jump up. We did this. We got a question of government. That President Weah will come and jump. But President Weah
I agree with you. I agree with you.
And destabilize people's government. That will not happen. That now, let me go to the question.
I agree with you. You're right.
Let me go to the rule of law. You know, now I'll be frank again to the same Liberian people, shame on you. And next there, he said he does not have idea about policy implementation. He had no idea. He did not go to school to implement policy. He does not know how to implement policy. For 12 years, he said the reason why our government failed because they had no idea, and that is why his president at that time, Ellen Johnson, said he parking like a parked car because he could not give any policy idea or implementation to the president. Now, one who does not know how to implement policy, what he will do? All right, he will break policy. All right, he will be corrupt. All right, he will neglect the rule of law. All right, he will never implement a policy that will move the country, policy that will improve the life of the people. One who does not know how to implement will bring in policy that will neglect the people, that will neglect the need of the people. And that is what President Boakai is doing, neglecting the need of the people because he does not know how to implement policy. He broke the rule. Now, let me be frank here. You know, when Fonati Kofa resigned, and when you said something, you said this man could not have, he shouldn't have resigned. And it's true. If he wanted to resign, he should have done it at the initial stage.
Yes.
The fact that he resigned, they all had to hold the country hostage. Why did you resign? After all of these things, so you want to tell me we came here, we paused wars, we talked here and there, we said don't resign, and then you stay there. The Constitution came, the law of the supreme law of the land came. They ruled in your favor. Why did you resign? You should have stayed there for the 6th year. Let these people do what they want to do. If they recognize you or not, stay there. If they pass policy, they give it to you or not, stay there. But the fact that you resign, you brought this to the country. And let me say this. You know, I would say bravo. The country did not win in the first place because after you resign, I heard people coming, the country win. You know, now peace and stability can restore, and the people. Well, let me say this: peace and stability will not be restored. And let me say there for a fact. I will say kudos for those few lawmakers that in your praises, you gave them praise. The few lawmakers that they call them, or give them the credit because they were able to withstand the pressure. They were able to stay with Kofa, but Kofa let those people down. Those people pay were ahead. Those people benefit were ahead. Those people were suspended for the so-called majority black. And then all of a sudden, you resign. You let those people down. You let people who believe in you. You let down people who believe in the rule of law. Look, these people, the opposition, like you said, the majority black, they won because this is what exactly they wanted, at least so that you can move, so that they can have one speakership. At the end of the day, you thought Musa Belete thought he was really going to win. First of all, the people got 49, or let's say 42 plus. You wouldn't have 30 something. How are you going to win the people with higher numbers? You are never going to win them if people are there and you have to go back to go for election. There was no way you are going to win. Some people should have had a quality study this and no. Now, the people did what they did for them to get the speakership. All right? This is what they did. Now, Boakai broke all the rules. The Constitution came and gave their opinion. They said, you guys should go back and work together. The executive branch said, no, I will not listen to the Constitution. I will not listen to the so-called minority bloc. I will listen to the majority bloc. I will work with the majority bloc. In favor of the majority bloc are in my favor. So I will work with those people. What the executive branch neglected the Constitution, neglected the will of the people, neglected the need of the people, neglected all these things. All right? And then sponsor the removal of their speaker. He brought chaos to the nation, hold the country still that the country could not move. But yet they said they were carrying all their individual projects. And then we want to come here today and say the country win. How did the country win? When the people said they was never going to listen to the Constitution, they never listened. They defy the Constitution. And then you say the country win, they won't make the country. If the Constitution has been defied, if the Constitution has been disregarded, what makes the country win? A country is bounded by a Constitution. A country is bounded by a law that no one is above that law. Everyone respect the law. Everyone uphold the law. Everyone listen to the law. When the Constitution speaks, the nation speaks. The Constitution spoke, and the president said he was never going to listen to the Constitution. Then we want to come here today and say the country win? No, the majority bloc win because they wanted the speaker they wanted. And they put the speaker in. Who won is Boakai. Boakai won. His presidency won. His leadership won. The Liberian people did not win. And shame on those that advised Kofi Kofa to resign. He should have resigned at the initial stage, then let the whole thing finish, and they put the people they want to put there.
Thank you so much, my brother Frank. Thank you. Let's hear from our sister. My sister Fita, you saw all of what was happening. These people hijacked state power. They willingly decided to disrespect the Constitution. At the end of the day, the man emerged victorious as speaker. What is your take on this whole thing? Let's hear from you.
I tell you, three of you need to collect $100 each and give it to me. No, 4. Pastor Sussex was part of this. Yeah. 4 of you got to give me $100 each because I said it from the beginning. I read the whole feature. I told you, I said it was better that he stepped down. He just walked away. Y'all were like, no, sister, no. You see? For Kofa, I mean, he put us to shame. If he knew you were going to do this, he was supposed to step down immediately when it asked. These people play the game. I call Richard Kuhn. You know Richard Kuhn is supposed to be prosecutor? He's supposed to be prosecutor for what he did. Because first of all, he was not elected when he considered himself to be Speaker of the House. He created more enemy on himself. He did a lot of things. Look at his called how they call Yekeka. He went and wrote to where he not supposed to be part and said that was Speaker fucking. That man did all those things and turned around and said, I resign. So you were not speaker when you were behaving like this? Liberian law. I mean, I'm so pissed with those people that day when I saw that he came back and won. So all the time he was causing all this trouble. He was not speaker. And you're watching. You allow him to destroy things. You allow him to misbehave. Then by the time Fanatic Kufa said, I resign, then he said, I don't want a job anymore. Then turn around, come back and vote. And like we're putting, you better get that vote to him. You already took that vote and give it to that man again. Now he can be a speaker. So all the damage he caused in the past, he was not speaking. Who is responsible to be replaced? See all those things. He went in for the Kofa office and looted. He caused a lot of damage. Claiming himself to be a speaker. Then turn around and say, I resign. You want to be the speaker. Why would you say you resign? It's because all of them were playing those games. You know, our president will not come protect. He will not. See what he did to Carrasco. See what he did to Carrasco the other time. The people who were protecting Carrasco were just walking back. Mind your own business. They arrested that whole man because he worked with CDC. He part of CDC. Where is the case in the end now? We are not hearing anything. My dear brother, 2029, we just need to be strong. If Liberians don't listen to us for the second time, then these people are not living from that place for the next 12 to 18 years. Like they must say. Because they play the card, they cut the card. They're removing all the CDC leaders, all the people that in power. They're taking them out just so they can remain. And then they will have a space. Now, Nima County, we are threats to Nima County. We don't have good representatives over there to people out. You can go low far. The graduates, no sense in their head. They will definitely sell that vote again. Most around the country, the biggest, largest, the people controlling that whole place. Do you know why people been delaying up to now? They are not doing anything. They're trying to sweep Democratic from that whole section before they will start working. And before then, the time is already there. If I could see Fonati Kofa, I call him my father because my grandfather name is Kofi. I swear to God, him myself will have it. Because why he delayed? Why he made us to waste our space, our voice? We stood our ground, and at the end, he dropped us. Like he dropping something on the floor. So if you knew you were going to walk away, why you didn't do it from the beginning? We all were so excited that he stood a ground. Why these people were fool you, they were scare you, and you act like a coward and walk away. Just like my Boakai just now, know the law. He doesn't care, he doesn't respect. How about you? You didn't know the law too? You are a speaker. You know that book. You read it. You studied it before you even agree with it. Why will you allow the people to fool you? They scare you, then they scare some of the ball, taking you from over there. Let's go. And you agree with them. Frank, my brother, we got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Hey, Joe, we're going to go in that street there. I'm not planning any bad thing, and I don't even want it to. It will not be good for us. Then I may say that. If Liberian, gather and say, President, we need you. Come, let's do it together. Then we all here, we will support and say yes. And if that man get up So say he's going to do it on his own, it will not look good at all. That man was right. That man that came on the show and said why he turned the presidential over, he was right. Because it was a lot of things were going to happen if you don't do it. And for him being that kind of person, he does not want anything bad to happen in the government during his term. And if people, they said it. They said when it comes them to dance with the devil, they would do it. If Joe Weir does not leave, it was going to be bad in our country. So they kind of leaders, I mean, you don't fight with them. You just let them go. Turn them over and just walk away and watch and see. And that's a watch that Joe Weir is doing now. He watches them to see what they can do for the country. And not a team. Not a team. These people are only enjoying their life and forget about the Liberians. The citizen. For the market women then, I think it's good for them. Because they sat right there, Joe, we have built market ground for them. He kept their children to go to college free. And they voted that man out. Why you can't think that I used to eat $5 a day, but now I'm eating $25 a day? That you will allow somebody, some cheap person will just come and say, I will do more than this person that is giving you $25, and you believe them. Did you read his story? That man was there for 40-some years. That not a day to surprise you. Now we're a street. Paving. Not even going to a school to help students. With
2 hours now.
Education. But he just come one money and you say he's a rescue team. Why he rescuing now? My people, our time is over.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I want to play one last video, and I just want us to use the next few minutes, maybe 1 minute each, to just run it up. It is this particular video, you know, it's the people are speaking. I don't know whether maybe they really feeling it, because when they are feeling it, they will take the necessary action. But let's listen to this video, and I want the reaction from all of you.
The video go viral.
By the scene from local country. How long have you been selling here? I've been selling almost 3 years. Not even 3 years, but I can't even.
Let me just inform you, this is random, what we call interview. It's not that they put people somewhere and say, oh yeah, you come here, you sit down here, let can ask you. No. These are all just random interview. So I want you to listen to what Liberians are saying. I mean, the ordinary people. People who, you know, the ordinary people, what they are saying. So let's listen.
Remember, I'm a United Party Parisian from local country. How long have you been selling here? I've been selling almost 3 years. Not even 3 years, but I can't even remember. Almost, yeah. But you've been selling here for a long time. For a very long time. Yeah. So how was things with President Weir? It was smoothly moving. Small, but for now, as you can see, since the morning, we don't even sell one customer. So since this morning, and then nobody has bought anything for you. Yes. Police can take your market. They expect you to free, you know. Okay. Since the morning, nobody number. So how you free? You get leader, like you get taking on my, you know. So now, will you prefer President Weir coming back? Oh yes, I'm a United Party. Yes. But now if the is here today, I will vote President Weir. President Weir. Yes. So yeah, United Party. Yes. Because of what's going on now, they really getting on shit. Yes. The economic condition is not better. Yes. Okay. Your name again? I'm not Jay Kamara. Yeah. Thanks for having me. So ma, how everything? How's the country with you now?
The country too hard. Not allowed to eat my son. The country can you imagine? My children coming dry. The old shoe that on the bed, I take from there. Doing Joe Weir time. Yeah. I will buy different things. I will come as shopping. I buy different things. But the old shoe, yeah. I come for breaching it now. I'm going to put it on the green tray. So tell me now, what the facility now that will go on in the country? It's too hard.
So you saying that what you were promised by the Joseph Yuma Boakai government, that is not what you
nothing. I'm not saying nothing working. Nothing working, brother. I will not lie to you.
So what do you prefer now? Will you prefer George Mano we are coming back?
I say I prefer 100. You know I will tell you, my chicken, my dog, everything waiting. Nah.
Everything waiting.
I say everything waiting to vote for Dawia.
Wow.
Yes, because I know the interest are in him, and I know that God sent him.
God sent him.
Yeah, God sent him.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So how is business going? How's business?
The business is not really improving.
So now you've been selling here for over some years, and so during the regime of George Mano Weah, and as compared to now under President Joseph.
Because time is not in our favor, I just want to stop this here, and I want your reaction. Let's start from our brother Frank. My brother Frank, you're listening to this video. People in the market expressing their dissatisfaction, expressing frustration. What do you make of this video? These are not something that you pay somebody and say, we'll pay you, can't talk. Random interview. Let's hear from you, sir. As you close. It's going to be your closing. You can just use the 2 minutes and just close. This time I've already caught up with us. Go ahead, sir.
As I watched that video, it was sad to say, right? Because the truth is, I am not in that position. One way or the other, I thank God for my life, for my status and where I am. But that is not to say, because I'm not there, I should neglect the reality, right? And then if I do that, then I would just be a photocopy of Joseph Boakai. And never in my life, I want to be a photocopy of Joseph Boakai. Maybe the only thing I want from Joseph Boakai is to live long, like the way he has lived long. Other than that, his character, I don't want it, right? Okay. But looking at this video here, it brought tears to my eyes, right? As I watch this scene, market people, but again, and when I watched it, I said to myself, then I think they are learning, right? To say, even the lady that said my dog or my cat, right now, all will vote for Weah. But let us be clear. That was the same way their dog, their cat voted previous years. Then why? Right? They said just like Boakai and Ellen, you saw how the country was like. And we told them, if you are eating 2-3 times, it's because you have ECOMOD in the country. And ECOMOD is not in the country. The country is being run by ourselves, let's say, right? The country is being governed by ourselves. So things going to be different. But yet they were still able to go in the market and sell at the end of the day, still make income and come home. But today, they can no longer make those income, because if they were making the same income that they were making under President George Mano Weah, I believe they wouldn't have come here to say, I will vote for President George Weah now if they were making the same money, right? They are not. But the truth here is they still got 5 years or 4.5 years to go. The same protest we're talking about here, if these people are serious, they will be the one to demand to the government, to march to the government. Because these people say that they are children. They are children that President George Mano Weah provided education for. They sat down there, brought all police to beat their own children, put them in car, and carry them to prison. They said nothing. You expect President Weah, who gave you free education, YFE, to come back and tell you, say, oh, I gave you free education, now Boakai doing this, that. But President Weah to come and fight for you again when he fought for you. They gave you free education. He fought for you and gave you a free YF. Then he will come back and fight for you again to go free your children from jail. It's not going to happen. You now and fight and tell Boakai, we are doing these things and we came and change it. But the thing here again I want to add to this is that with all these things going on, you know the reason why Boakai will not come out to talk about Unification Day? No one was going to, and then it was going to expose his government again. That is why He never organized unification day. That is why he makes some speech. Nobody saw where the speech came from. Nobody saw where he did a speech or whatsoever writing he did, because no one was going to come out with what's going on. All right, people are angry. People are frustrated. You remove people from their job, $50 job, $60 job. You remove them. I mean, the back. Okay, the motor rider. You remove them. Where were people going to go? The unification. Who are going to march? Who are going to march? Students, and you beat or you put it in jail. Who are going to march? Market women. Who are going to march? All right, who are going to march? Nobody was going to march. I'm telling you, one country was going to be poor. The streets are going to be empty because those empty. Nobody was going to march. Market women are not going to march. Students were not going to march. All of them, I can't even need them. They were never ever going to march. So that's the reason he tried to do call behind the scene. Because if he was very serious, he was going to put all the first class citizens, as we know them, together, communicate with them, all right, to say, look, they all work these things together. But again, he didn't do it when he won an election. So again, he can't go back to go do it because Boakai is not a peacemaker. Boakai is not a peacemaker, because if you cannot make peace with the people at the top to where you are, then you think you're going to look at a common man and make peace with? When you already insulted a common man, you are common people. When you see how you're supposed to get all wet, you insulted the same people who put you into power. You look at them as commoner. You look at them as nobody. That the same people, they are frustrated. Nothing. You're going to call them to come to unification day. It was never going to happen. Anyway,
Thank you so much. Let's go to our brother Jake. My brother Jake, let's hear from you on this video as you close.
You see the video you play? The video went viral in Liberia. The video going viral. It just started today. It going seriously. They playing, as you said earlier, they playing nobody. If the Unity Party people don't want to believe this video, that is in their own camera team. Prince, I was in Liberia. The same thing they boy explaining. I visited the famous, the Red District Market, Douala Market, or I wanted to see the Douala Market, where the former president built. If you go to that market, even you get angry. Everybody, nobody even selling in that market, the Douala Market, everybody's selling outside. So this the thing not new to me. Yes, that the reality that the facts on the ground there. If the man say there's a paid journalist, they blame people, he go to the people. No, it's a fact. Even the most angry people in the country, not the marketeers, the most angry people in the country are the motorcyclists, the keke driver, the Tesla driver. These are the people, the more angry people, because they take them from running oil around, they restrict them to certain places, they eat that money and they restrict them, they move. Prince, if they have election today in Liberia, Georgia will win the 14th, I know that how much county we get, you will win all by landslide, all our thing. Prince, the only obstacle to the Unity Party, let me tell you now, I made survey myself, I made survey in Liberia, but only time I record it, nobody don't talk about the Southern comings. No, nobody. You not get no change. Nobody can talk about no political leader, the Taiwan Gongro, all these people there. No. And I see new person coming. The only people ever you ride back, I rode keke, I rode Tessie. Anybody you ask on the back, any children you ask that the fact, they will say they want George Weah Park. You are the market theory, especially the pimpin rather than all of them, the street vendor, all of them. When election was held today, that George Weah is a serious threat to the whole so-called Unity Party. He's the most fearful man for 2029. So the unit are always flagging this thing here. If anybody in the Unity Party, I mean the CDC, they're listening, they need to have real security forces on him to protect him. Because coming from now to 2027, Frank, I'm telling you, Fita, from 2027, the year 2027 to leading to 2029, it will be a different ball game in Liberia. Different ball game. They need to do if I were the president, I would leave the country, sit down outside, come to Europe or America where I get my home and rest there for 2 good years. By 2027 to 2028, then I run back, I start to go back in the country to start my movement. But now in that country, you must be up and down in that country. It's the only threat. You don't hear about nobody else. We don't have no new leader. Even the Unity Party, facts, they don't even have no replacement for Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai be now, Joseph Boakai 2029, you'll be 85 to 86 year old. Kwame will be 74. Kwame will be 73, going to 74. Tewan Gong will be 74. That the ages according to 2029. Kwame you get only one more shot to the general election. You get one more shot or else it is finished. All of them will be retired at that time. The only person the Unity Party fear, you can still imagine the people talking about 2029. They get 4 more years, but the people talking about 2029. They're talking about 2029. So the CDC to protect that party leader. They see what the Republicans were protecting Donald Trump today. You saw the example. Donald Trump was a zero threat to the Democratic Party. So he was the threat that why they had assassination attempt on him on 2 different occasions. Until even now, they still scared of him until he came back to power. That's a similar thing will fall in Liberia. They got to be Joel security, got to be ready, take it, bring his own countrymen behind him to protect him. That's the only way I will see CDC winning. That's the only way. But with all judge we are, CDC don't have replacement. The Unity Party don't have replacement. For fact, that's a fact here. Our question here, name me one replacement. A Joel decide to not be president tomorrow. So say I want to go. Who you are getting CDC? Nobody. Nobody you are getting CDC. CDC will never make it. Facts here. That's a fact. That's the only man they're depending on to take the mantle of authority. The Unity Party to not get replacement. After Boakai, they will get a serious political tension among the Unity Party people because they already split. Most of them don't even let Jeremiah Kun. You think they will let Jeremiah Kun be their standard bearer? The Unity Party that we know, forget it. It will be a political fight. So it will not be easy. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. Let's hear our sister Fita. My sister Fita, you're listening to the video. What is running through your mind? Let's hear from you as you conclude.
As a mother, I sit here, tears in my eyes, when I saw that woman with that old pair of shoes. I'm telling you, Jake, I felt like I was laughing, but I was, hurting. It's too painful to see things that they in our country. And for me, being a single mother, raising 4 children, I know what I went through in America. That I want to see what happened to somebody in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
If I in America working, can get overtime, I can even sleep on my own bed, yet and still, it was not easy. And somebody who in Liberia, I feel for that woman. And some people would think say the plan, these people to come on the street to come say all these. No. They were not even expecting that press, conference or whosoever that went over there. It is coming from the bottom of their heart. All the speech, all the things they're saying. It's reality. I feed people every day. I hate to say it, but I have to. I feed people in Liberia every day. People call me every busy day. If I tell you for that reason, I just had a special account now that I can get news. Wire. I just give me money, 20, 30, 40. Naked back of it, somebody would cry for it. $20, $25. But we just said it. It's good for the Liberian. They are testing the water they want. The real cool water that the one they're drinking. It is now for cat and dog. Even the animals are waiting for Joria to come back. When Joria were feeding the animals and dog, You didn't appreciate it. But now you need to come back so the animal and dog and can, cap them all with foot. We will protect our president. If you can't hear, ain't saying crew man, I had it, myself crew will want to. We'll open our ear there, Google and whisper in it and say, my man, you need to do this, and he will listen to us. We will. Because we saw it in America yet. Donald Trump, they missed his ears twice. They missed him to the golf, when he went to go play golf. And all this was not lie. It was real. It was true. Because they didn't want him to come back. But when it's good people that can say the truth and stand for their country, they will not like you. We thought Donald Trump was talking nonsense, but that man was the real person for this country. And see, when he came back, see the kind of action he took. Our people, they're afraid. You want to be soldier, but you don't want to hold a gun. So how you going to shoot when somebody try to shoot you? You want to wear a uniform, but you don't want to hold a gun. So anybody can take you down anytime. If you're born to be soldier and you choose to be soldier, prepare for war. Because anytime they can attack you. Man, we are. We mentioning you tonight again, my brother. If you're ready to come back, if you know you're coming back, be prepared to hold that gun. Or else, they will use their slipper, their pen, their dish towel, and sweep you again for the second time. My dear brother, I'm going to stop right. I feel so hurt for that woman right now. I wish I knew how to get in contact with her. That would surprise her tomorrow. But it will just press something, so I don't even know how to get in touch with those people.
I know. Thank you so much, my sister Fita. And let me say thanks to my brother Frank and also to Jake. I want to thank you all. It's not easy, especially seeing your people going through this kind of pains and suffering. It's really heartbreaking. But again, what do? That is the decision that our people make. They got to live up to it for the next, whether it be 4, 5 years or whatever. But let's just pray, for a Liberia where the rule of law will be respected. Even though we do not see that happening under Joseph Numa Boakai, because he has exhibited every level of disrespect for the rule of law. But again, we can all just keep our finger crossed, continue to pray for a better Liberia. I want to say thanks to even, our followers, to the audience for giving us the time to be with them in their homes, on their various gadgets. I want to thank you all. And those of you who attended the meeting today, the DMV meeting, that is DC, Maryland, and Virginia CDC USA meeting, I want to say thanks. And we appreciate all of you. We hope to be here again. Maybe tomorrow or so. But the next week, Friday, we'll be here in our full number. So until we meet again, want to say thanks to all of you. Have yourself a God bless day and bye from our end.
Good
Bye.
night, guys.
Good night.